Good Friday, Catholics commemorate Passion of Jesus Christ, events leading up to Easter. Kogi State Police Command investigates alleged attack on family house of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan in Okehi. Six Nigerian nationals recently detained in Cape Verde over allegations of trafficking released from detention. Hello, welcome to the news at 11. I'm Nancy Godi Angonihu. The events leading up to Easter have become more poignant as Catholics around the world commemorate the Passion of Jesus Christ through traditional Passion plays. Our correspondent Sandra Akeme was at the Our Lady Queen of Nigeria Pro Cathedral to capture this enduring tradition that brought community together in reflection and devotion. Her report.
The Lenten period in the Catholic calendar is a 40-day journey of reflection, prayer, and preparation for Easter. On Good Friday, an emotional passion play featuring talented cast of actors who brought the story of Jesus' passion to life, from the Last Supper to the crucifixion.
Take this, all of you, and eat. For this is my body, this is my blood. Blood of the new and everlasting covenant, which will be poured out for you and for many.
The circumstance led to the betrayal of Jesus by one of his disciples, conveying the depths of Christ's judgment, mockery, suffering, and condemnation. The Stations of the Cross is a devotional practice that involves praying at 14 stations, each representing a specific moment in Jesus' journey to Calvary.
Into your hands! I commend my spirit.
We are grateful to him that he sacrificed his life, and we are going to learn from him that we should also be able to sacrifice ourselves for our fellow citizens, for our families, for our neighbors. We should be able to do something to help them rather than always to help ourselves only. So,
Catholic faithful said it is an opportunity for them to connect with their faith and deepen their understanding of the Easter story.
We're going through his passion, going through the Stations of the Cross, the 14 stations, to remind us that he came, gave his life for us, to bring us back to life.
Once you see this kind of play, it reminds of us of how Jesus Christ died on the cross, and that caution our behavior too within the world, in the world too.
Now, by reflecting on Good Friday through Jesus' death, Christians are urged to deepen their understanding of their faith and appreciate the sacrifice made for the salvation of mankind, ultimately leading to his resurrection on Easter Sunday.
Meanwhile, the emotional performance was followed by a solemn veneration of the cross, a traditional Catholic ritual where believers show reverence and adoration for the symbol of Christ's sacrifice. In Abuja, Sandra Akena, NTA News.
Federal government has confirmed the release and safe return of 6 Nigerian nationals who were recently detained in Cape Verde over what authorities described as unfounded allegations of trafficking. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs in a statement says the release of the women came through diplomatic efforts led by Nigeria's mission in Guinea-Bissau. The affected individuals were identified as David James Udo, Lily Dada, Ogenero Adaware, Sherifat Abimbola Ogundairo, and Jesu Tommy Aino. Initially, the statement says the 6 women traveled to Cape Verde from Senegal for a holiday, then intercepted on arrival, allegedly for not having sufficient funds. The Nigeria Police Force Kogi State Police Command commences investigation into the alleged attack on the family house of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan in Ukehi local government area of Kogi State. This follows a report that the house was attacked by some unknown hoodlums. A statement by the command's public relations officer, SP Volume Aya, says the Commissioner of Police, Mila Dantawaye, has directed the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of Criminal Investigation Department to commence immediate discreet investigation into the alleged attack to ascertain its course with the view of apprehending the perpetrators and bringing them to justice. The Southwest Geopolitical Zone has become the 5th region of the country to join the Free to Shine Triple Elimination campaign train. This follows the flag-off of the campaign by Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu in Akure, the Ondo State capital. State House correspondent Adeniyi Taiwo has more.
According to UNAIDS statistics of 2019, Southwest Nigeria posts HIV/AIDS prevalence ratio of 1.1% among adults aged 15 to 49, with a slightly higher prevalence among females standing at 1.5% compared to males of 0.8%. Oluwatomilayo's piece on positive lifestyle as a requirement for healthy youth set the stage for Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu to flag off the Free to Shine Triple Elimination campaign in the zone. Focused on prevention, the launch of the campaign aims to further scale down prevalence among target groups, particularly women of reproductive age and young children.
Also, it is reported that most infants born to HIV-positive mothers are not tested within the first 2 months of birth, largely due to the fact that the mothers are not aware or they are ignorant of the consequences of their inaction. The goal of this campaign is to address the growing complacency in the response to the spread of HIV/AIDS in Africa.
While emphasizing the need to deepen engagement with all stakeholders, the First Lady also highlights the imperative of rolling back the culture of stigmatization against sufferers and survivors of the disease.
I want to commend the association and members of the Association of People Living with HIV/AIDS for their testimonies. Their stories serve as a powerful reminder of resilience and hope, inspiring others living with HIV/AIDS to seek the support and treatment they deserve with courage.
As we flag off the Triple Elimination campaign, we do so with the hope that no woman will have to fear preventable disease during pregnancy. We hope that no child will inherit a burden that science has already conquered.
The request made for free or heavily subsidized liver and kidney function tests for Nigerians living with HIV/AIDS is receiving the attention of the National AIDS and STI Control Program, and we're working with the National Health Insurance Agency to get such people covered so that they can enjoy the laboratory tests that they need without any financial hardship.
This campaign is about action at every level, local, national, and global. It's about empowering women, engaging men, and educating communities.
With the successful launch of the campaign in the Southwest, the Southeast is the only zone waiting to be activated. From Akure in Ondo State, Adeniyi Taiwo, NTA News.
The Nigerian Tulip International College, NTIC, says it will continue to sustain its national academic initiative, the Mathematics Olympiad, which targets Nigeria's education growth. Managing Director, NTIC, Fedzula Bilgin, while speaking at an award of scholarship and cash prizes to finalists of its 22nd annual National Mathematics Competition, emphasizes the school's commitment on building students' love for the subject and simplifying mathematical concepts many see as complex. Oluseyi Adeabo reports.
More than 10,000 students nationwide started the journey in February this year, and after the second round of the 22nd Annual National Mathematics Competition, these 52 students from Primary 5 and 6 and Junior Secondary category are the finalists and latest winners of the NTIC Scholarships Waivers. The National Mathematical Center and other partners are co-organizers of the project.
I commend both the institutions for their tireless effort in organizing this competition and in nurturing young talent.
This is the fourth attempt of Jamaluddin Mamman Tahir from the Air Force Secondary School, Lagos State, and with emotions, he received his prizes after he emerged first in the JSS3 category.
I want to become a renowned scientist.
And I can't say anything than to say a big thanks to NTIC for giving him this opportunity to explore.
I don't want to say this. I was the last in the first round. I want to thank God for this whole thing. I want to just thank him.
While bronze medalist winners bagged cash prizes with 50% reduction in tuition fee at the colleges, students who emerged winners as silver and gold medalists will have 100% free tuition plus cash prizes, as well as learning and instructional materials to their schools and teachers.
And a child who comes here studies and gets the scholarship for 6 years, which is around 3.5 billion naira. And the motivation, the reason why we are organizing this is because mathematics is like a mother of the sciences. So the history of the humanity has witnessed many examples of some certain individuals who have changed the destiny of their countries. So why not these people who are coming to our competition get this chance to become one of these people who will change the destiny of Nigeria in the future?
NTIC is one of our key partners in making this a success. Most of their students have represented Nigeria in International Mathematical Olympiad and Pan-African Mathematics Olympiad.
The NTIC says the school remains devoted to providing opportunities that elevate students academically. In Abuja, Oluseye Adiagbo, NTA News.
Minister of Labour and Employment Muhammadu Mai Gari Dengiadi has asked construction workers and structural engineers to do more in curbing in construction of substandard infrastructure and preventing recurrent structural collapses across Nigeria by upholding professionalism. The minister gave this advice at the new National Secretariat of the Construction and Civil Engineering Senior Staff Association in Abuja, where issues of work safety and health took center stage. Joseph Otsen reports.
Together, we must prioritize sustainable building practices, invest in capacity development, and uphold the highest standards of professionalism and safety.
Minister of Labour and Employment Mohammed Mai Gari Dengiadi addressing construction workers and structural engineers on the crucial roles they play in not just shaping cities, but also laying solid network of infrastructure that promotes economic development. Addressing workers' welfare, use of casual staff, and improved wages in the construction industry were other crucial issues of discourse as major actors demand adherence to international standards of decent work.
They will go and hire people who doesn't have the certification. They will hire people who doesn't have the know-how. So you cannot put two of them together. In CESA, we have people that are authority. We have people that are experienced. We have people that are registered.
Anybody that is not registered should not be allowed to practice. And I think NSC and Koren, they are taking that challenge.
The event culminated in the minister inaugurating the new National Secretariat of the Construction and Civil Engineering Senior Staff Association in Kuje. In Abuja, Joseph Otsen, NTA News.
Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State has approved minor cabinet's reshuffle for efficient service delivery. Aliyu Tijani reports that the decision, which was taken at the State Executive Council meeting in Lafia, also saw the council deliberating on the proposed visit of President Bola Tinubu to the state.
Those affected in the minor cabinet reshufflement are Commissioner for Environment and Natural Resources, Isaac Eladi, who has been redeployed to Ministry of Justice, while Commissioner for Women Affairs and Humanitarian Services, Margaret Elayo, has been moved to Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources. Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Hawa Samuel, is now the new Commissioner for Women Affairs and Humanitarian Services. The development, Governor Sule says, is to ensure effective service delivery.
After working with all of you as the new team, we realize that there are a few readjustments we have to make for certain ministries. So there are going to be 3 commissioners who are going to be appointed, who are going to be affected by the movement.
Council deliberated on issues of security, where it commends security agencies in the state for the relative peace and tasked them to sustain defeat as the state government commiserate with the government and people of Plateau State over the recent attacks in the state.
Actually, the IG is getting ready to send a unit of the SPU and the anti-terrorism unit here in Lafia. All that is to assist us and help us to continue to maintain peace in our state.
Also, Council discussed the planned visit of President Bola Tinubu to Nasarawa State, where he is expected to inaugurate some legacy projects executed by the present administration in the state. The presidential visit is billed for June this year. To address challenge of inadequate power supply, Council discussed partnership between the state government and investors to construct mini-grid in the state. In Lafia, Aliyu Tijani, NT News.
We take a break on the news. Stay with us. Welcome back. A chieftaincy crisis has broken out in Mokpa, Kogi State following the installation of Chief Muyiwa Ibeun as the new Elulu of Mokpa. The move was sparked protest and legal action from a key ruling house. Some concerned senior citizens of Mokpa Community Board briefed the press on the crisis in Abuja. Suleiman Abdul Wahab reports.
Both parties are expected to await the results of the litigation and the appropriate order of the court before acting.
On May 17, 2024, the Mokpa Traditional Council installed Chief Muyiwa Ibeun as the paramount ruler of the community, but Partia ruling house from Iloke community opposed it, claiming that the stool is usually rotates among 4 ruling houses and that it was their turn to ascend to the throne.
Tradition has its own purity, has its own character. You don't intervene, you just allow the tradition of the people to follow. And in this press conference, we have addressed that for 2 centuries, we have been doing this. We have resolved to order our existence in this manner. So don't turn it to politics.
They also alleged that Chief Muyiwa Ibeun is not from any ruling houses and that the court order had asked all parties to maintain the status quo until the dispute is resolved. They also explained that the installation violates the tradition and seek government intervention.
We want the whole world to know the truth. We are for peace and progress of Mokpa. Not only for our present generation, but for our generation yet unborn. And that's why we are passionate that the correct narratives must go to the public.
They, however, appealed to the state government and the court to urgently settle the matter in the interest of development in the area. In Abuja, Suleiman Tobu Abdul Wahab, NT News.
The federal government is launching a project aimed at phasing out fluorinated greenhouse gases and ozone-depleting substances as part of its commitment to the Montreal Protocol geared towards protecting the ozone layer. Tope Alabi reports that the initiative was introduced at a workshop in Abuja. We move on. We bring you that report in our subsequent bulletins. This is the news desk at 11 on NTA News 24. Here is a recap of our major stories. Good Friday. Catholics commemorate Passion of Jesus Christ, events leading up to Easter. Kogi State Police Command investigates alleged attack on family house of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan in Ukehi. Six Nigerian nationals recently detained in Cape Verde over allegations of trafficking released from detention. Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuggar, felicitates with his Zimbabwean counterpart, Professor Amon Muriwa, on the occasion of his country's 45th independence anniversary. The Foreign Affairs Minister, in a statement, describes the attainment of independence on the 18th of April 1980 as a remarkable achievement to the people of Zimbabwe, bearing in mind the liberation struggle, which eventually culminated in victory. This historic milestone therefore marks the resilience, courage, and firm determination of the Zimbabwean people in their pursuit of freedom, self-determination, and national development. Yusuf Tuggar reaffirms Nigeria's commitment to strengthening the bonds of friendship, cooperation as well. Look forward to advancing bilateral ties in areas of mutual interest, including trade, agriculture, and regional security. The Nigerian Governors Forum is partnering with the Nigeria Press Council to showcase the economic potential in the tourism industry across Nigeria. Both outlined plans for a comprehensive document that will provide essential information for investors, researchers, and the public at a meeting in Abuja. Suleiman Abdul Wahab reports.
If the Nigerian Press Council had been allowed, without the encumbrances of this court in the cases, to have operated in the way it was set up to do.
The strategic partnership between the Nigerian Governors Forum, NGF, and the Nigerian Press Council, NPC, is to explore the nation's diversity in human, cultural, and natural resources to attract tourism. Tourism to these stakeholders has huge economic potential globally, which Nigeria must take advantage of.
To collaborate in this era of several fake news, disinformation, misinformation, and all manners of negative narratives out there, so we think they have a lot on their plate, to be able to help, drive and improve the country's image, and then the economic profile. It's a roadmap. It gives you a roadmap to where you can invest, what you want to invest, what you need to be able to invest properly in the Nigerian polity.
They recognized that effectively marketing of Nigerian tourism sector can lead to increased revenue generation, jobs creation, and the enhancement of the country's image on the global stage. In Abuja, Suleiman Tobu Abdul Wahab, NT News.
The Conference of Professionals and the People's Democratic Party, CP-PDP, has commended state governors elected on the platform of the PDP for their efforts in providing direction for the repositioning of the party by fixing National Executive Committee NEC meeting and National Convention. In a statement issued by its pro-tem national chairman Obinna Nwachukwu at the end of its weekly meeting, the group commended the governors for fixing May 27 as date for National Executive Committee NEC meeting and setting up a committee that will kickstart the process that will usher in our national convention in August 2025. The conference emphasized that the two decisions were major steps towards strengthening and returning the PDP to its winning ways ahead of the 2027 general election. And that concludes the news. Thank you for watching. I'm Nancy Godiangoni. Bye.